for his big trip. No, it's in 5 weeks. Whereas 4 or 5 weeks.
We're going to be gone on this tour, but it's...
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm so thankful to see you. I was like, okay, I haven't seen you.
All good, all good. Can I just confirm Good morning. My name is Melinda Geiger, and I am the worship associate today. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church in the North Hills. Whether you have been with this church for many years, or this is your first time visiting, we welcome you. Whatever the faith and traditions of your past, we welcome you. Whoever you are and whomever you love, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, whatever your journey has been, we welcome you. We begin our service by acknowledging that the land we stand on was taken from the local indigenous people. Inspired by their culture, we may strive to become better stewards of the earth. The announcements today, just want to remind everybody that the church picnic will be July 31st at North Park. After church service, everybody can head on out to the park. It's at Roosevelt Grove. And the other announcement is, are you ready for the Bucks, B-U-U-C-S night? August 20th is the night all the UUs in the area will join together and attend the Pirates game. So if you are still interested and haven't yet received your tickets, we encourage you to do so. Newcomers and guests are always welcome to participate in any of our church activities. Please join us outside for coffee hour following the service. Again, welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of the North Hills. It is good to be together in person and virtually.
Picture yourself
Sing along if you know the words.
On a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies. Somebody calls you, you answer quite slowly. A girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Cellophane flowers of yellow and green towering over your head. Look for the girl with the sun in her eyes and she's gone. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. I'll follow her down to a bridge by a fountain where rocking horse people eat marshmallow pies. Everyone smiles as you drift past the flowers that grow so incredibly high. Newspaper taxis appear on the shore, waiting to take you away. Climb in the back with your head in the clouds and you're gone. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Picture yourself on a train in a station with plasticine porters with looking glass ties. Suddenly someone is there at the turnstile, the girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
Well, my name is Cindy Mitchell, and I will be your leader today. Our opening words are the Symphony of Life by Douglas Taylor. Eternal Spirit, from whom all things come and to whom all things return, we gather this morning in community, seeking to live in the harmony each of us here gathered lives out and gives out, knowing our own story, our own private melody. Life, at its highest and sweetest, is a sharing. Life is a sharing of our melodies, our love, our interests, of our yearnings, and our questions. We gather this morning as individuals, creating harmony and community together. May our different ways of knowing and naming the holy blend together. May our voices be added to the holy chorus of life. May we practice our scales so that we better improvise and recognize where we come in and when it is our time. Hi, Mary. The world is rife with discord and trouble. Injustice and suffering weigh us down and trips us up and stops our voices. May we learn to trust in love, in goodness, in our own voices, and in the trembling faith of our forebears, to trust that we have a part in this symphony and that we can join this chorus and bring some beauty to the cacophony around us. May there be times of gentle tones and soothing melodies. May there be rhythms upon which we can rely and rally our spirits at need. May there be teachers and bandmates and fans and good companions to call out our best music. May there be moments when we are transported, moments when we can discover that we are not playing the music so much as the music is flowing through us. The music is playing us. O Spirit of life, may our song be among the songs of the Spirit. May there be beauty in our song and in our living. May there be meaning and power in our songs. May our individual voices blend into the chorus that is Thee, O Spirit. We ask this in the name of all that is holy. May it be so. Namaste.
Our chalice lighting today is by Morihei Yushiba. Always keep your mind as bright and clear as the vast sky, the great ocean, and the highest peak, empty of all unkind thoughts. Always keep your body filled with light and heat. Fill yourself with the power of wisdom and enlightenment.
And again, we encourage you to sing along.
Our time for all ages today is Hey Granddude. It's written by James McCartney, although I understand he sometimes goes by his middle name, Paul. And it's illustrated by Catherine Durst. I don't know what her middle name is. Lucy and Tom and Em and Bob were spending a weekend with their granddad. Today was one of those days when nothing felt quite right. It was gray and drizzly, and everybody was grumpy and too bored to be bothered. "Cheer up, chillers," said Granddude, and he pulled out a pile of postcards from the back pocket of his trousers. "Look at these." Em picked out a postcard of a sandy beach and sparkling blue waters. "I wish we could go there, Granddude," she said. "Well, let's see what we can do." Granddude reached into his coat pocket and took out a shiny compass. He gave the compass a rub and waved it over the postcard. The needle started to spin round and round. "See the compass needle spin, let the magic fun begin." And then, in a flash of magic, zing, bang, sizzle, everything changed. The children were standing on a golden beach with little waves tickling their toes. The water felt beautifully cool. "We're on the beach from the postcard," Bob laughed as he splashed in the sea. But the magic compass hadn't finished yet. Huge flying fish leapt from the sea. "Hey, Granddude," they called. "It's a school of flying fish," said Granddude. "Come on, chillers, let's go for a ride." "A school?" whispered Lucy. "I hope we don't have to do homework." They skimmed across the shimmering blue waves on the backs of the flying fish before coming to rest again on the hot sand. They built sand castles and then lay beneath a coconut tree eating ice cream. The memory of their gray, grumpy day was completely washed away, and they were perfectly happy. Until... "Ouch!" cried Bob. A little crab scuttled across the beach. "That crab pinched my toe!" Oh no! Suddenly, lots of little crabs were scurrying out of the sea, heading straight toward Granddude and the children. "Hey, Granddude," said Em, "can we go somewhere a little less pinchy?" "Yes, I think we'd better hop to it," said Granddude. He quickly waved the magic compass over another postcard. This one had a picture of a cowboy. The magic flashed and sparkled, and once again, zing, bang, sizzle, everything changed. Granddude and the children found themselves in a desert valley with spiky green cactuses. A cowboy galloped toward them on a beautiful spotted horse. "Well, hey, Granddude," called the cowboy, waving his hat in the air. "Wow, what a handsome Appaloosa," said Granddude, admiring the horse. "Appaloosa?" asked Em. "No, that's the kind of horse it is. It has nothing to do with me," said Lucy. Granddude gave a whistle, and 5 more horses came galloping up. He helped each of the children onto a horse, and they raced together through the valley. "Whee!" cried Bob. "Faster!" yelled Lucy. But what was that cloud of dust on the horizon? Oh no! A herd of wild buffalo was rushing straight towards them. The canyon echoed with the sound of 1,000 hooves. Before they could ride to safety, Tom's horse reared and he tumbled to the ground. "Hold on, Tom," shouted Granddude, snatching a rope from the cowboy's saddle. With a twirl, he lassoed Tom and hauled him onto his horse. "Ride, chillers," cried Granddude, "as fast as you can." Well, they cleared the stampede just in time. "Hey, Granddude," panted Tom, "perhaps we could go somewhere a little less stampy." "Yes, good idea. And I think I need to cool down." Once again, he whipped out his magic compass and waved it over a postcard. "See the compass needle spin, let the magic fun begin." Before the children could see the picture, magic sparkled and flashed. And in the blink of an eye, zing, bang, sizzle, everything changed. They found themselves high on a hill in the afternoon sun. The children laughed as they rolled in sweet-smelling wildflowers that seemed to stretch forever. Granddude pulled out his trusty guitar and began strumming a song. "Hey, Granddude," mooed some friendly cows, their bells tinkling along to the tune. Granddude drew a small telescope from his pocket, and they took turns looking at the snow-capped peaks. But soon they heard a rumbling sound. "Oh, no." "Hey, Granddude, look," yelled Lucy as she peered through the telescope. A huge wall of snow was sliding down from the mountains above. "Avalanche!" "Quick, chillers," cried Granddude. "Jump!" Just before the wave of snow reached them, Granddude and the children leapt onto one of the cows. "Up, cow, up!" Granddude cried. Magic swirled from the compass, lifting them all higher and higher off the ground, sailing them safely through the sky with the sea of snow rushing beneath them. "Swiss cows are exceptionally good flyers," said Granddude. Now, riding a flying cow is a lot of fun, but it had been a very long day. "Hey, Granddude," said Lucy with a yawn, "maybe we could go somewhere a little more sleepy," said Granddude with a chuckle. "That sounds like a very good idea." This time, instead of a postcard, Granddude pulled a photograph of his own house from his pocket. "Magic compass, one more spin. It's time for bedtime to begin." He waved his compass over it, making the magic sparkle and spin. And just like that, sing, bang, sizzle, everything changed. They were back in Granddude's living room. And the compass hadn't finished yet. With a final flash of magic, the children were changed and ready for bed. Their teeth were brushed, their faces were washed, and they were all tucked up tight. And in 5 minutes flat, Tom and Bob and Lucy and Em were fast asleep, dreaming of their next adventures. Good night, Granddude.
One moment, Bruce.
Don't forget.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And our lay pastoral care team will now do our joys and sorrows.
Good morning. I'm Ruth Horwitz from the Lay Pastoral Care Team. During our service, we create this sacred space for sharing within our community. It is a time to share significant life passages with the congregation so that you can be held in loving care. I'll be reading the joys and sorrows this morning, and Chris Hill will be placing a stone representing each joy or sorrow in the sand representing our congregation supporting our sorrows and lifting up our joys. A joy from Bruce Travers. Today, my beloved mother turns 81. Last weekend, 3 of her 4 children went to see her in Buffalo. She has dementia, and you cannot always get a response from her, but she was laughing and nodding along as my sister and I sang songs and reminisced. It was a great weekend for a great mom. To Bruce, we say, we share in your joy. We now place one more stone in the sand for all the joys and sorrows that exist in our hearts but remain unspoken today. We especially think of everyone suffering directly or indirectly from this COVID-19 pandemic. Please say with me our caring words, understanding that here includes all those who are watching. Let us hold in our circle of caring each person here. Let us hold in our hearts those who are unable to be with us today. Let us hold in our memories those who have moved on. Let us find comfort in knowing that we are not alone.
I invite you to take just a moment of silent prayer or meditation during your busy week. Settle yourselves in a little more comfortably and just be.
The financial contributions of this congregation make the work of our church possible. Today's Share the Plate the July Share the Plate recipients will be Northside Common Ministries, or NCM. And this is from their website. At Northside Common Ministries, we are committed to building those bridges that connect our neighbors in need to an improved quality of life while tearing down the walls that keep the hungry and homeless from success. NCM's work is supported by over 60 church congregations, including UUCNH, that provide dinners for the Pleasant Valley Men's Shelter. This year, UUCNH is providing dinners in April, July, and September. You may donate by July 31st in the following ways. Place cash or check in the blue envelope in the offering plate during Sunday services, that would be now. Mail a check to the church office, or go to the church's website donation page and select Special Offerings. Checks should be made payable to UUCNH with Share the Plate or Dreams in the memo line. If using the website donation page, please be sure to include the words, okay, that's a repeat, never mind. Okay, and if you're here today in person, you can take your offering to the baskets in the back. If you're joining us virtually, you can make your offering by mailing a check to the church or going to the uucnh.org website. Bruce's mad dash up here was to remind me that Dreams was last month, so please, if you haven't written your check yet and you're putting it in the memo line, it's NCM that should go in there, not Dreams. I kind of thought that when I was reading it, but okay. Please join me in reading the dedication of the offering. May these gifts and the work of our hands and hearts give power to all we stand for as a community of faith. And next, we would like everybody to please join in reading our mission statement. By building a loving religious community that nourishes the spirit, celebrates life, and cherishes the connectedness of all things, we will transform ourselves and our world.
We once again invite you to sing along. When I was originally asked to lead this service, I was given the date in March of 2020 due to the 2022, sorry. That was a Freudian kind of thing, wasn't it? Due to the timing of guest speakers and travel plans, I was given a new date of July 10. Who would have foreseen that I would be prompting you, my beloved community, to find faith and hope in a time where shadowy fears follow our footsteps with long guns and the powerful pens of the U.S. Supreme Court. Our nation mourned the slayings of Dr. King, JFK, and his brother RFK. The war in Vietnam was taking the lives of young Americans and Vietnamese persons. Watergate was about to burst on the mastheads of the newspapers around the world. So where did all these beautiful people, now commonly called hippies, find the courage to look forward to a future that seemed full of fear? I remember the horror of the Kent State shootings, even though I had only turned 5 years old just a few days before that. I think I know the hippies' secret. They never lost hope. Maybe this is the best time to look back at the late 60s and the early 70s and remind ourselves that the age of Aquarius did move the wheel forward. John Lewis went from having his head bashed in to becoming a 17 times elected representative to the U.S. Congress. That man knew how to cause some good trouble. Indeed, Lewis said of his time, "We were determined not to let any act of violence keep us from our goal. We knew our lives could be threatened, but we had made up our minds not to turn back." Representative Lewis drew upon his personal faith in the overriding good of humanity to fortify himself through the long struggle for equal rights. For myself, I found that music has been my rock in the tempests of life. And while this service features the Beatles, I listen to many genres. Garth Brooks co-wrote with Stephanie Davis an anthem called "We Shall Be Free." Garth's sister, who passed in 2013, was a lesbian. From his early success in the 1990s to this day, he supports LGBTQ+ communities, even though he's a Republican. He sang at Joe Biden's inauguration, and when questioned about this, he said it was his opportunity to show unity to the nation, regardless of party affiliations. It sounds as if he has the power to imagine a better world, and he uses that power to push the wheel forward in his way too. The point I want to make in conclusion is that the abiding bonds of love can break down barriers. Using our imaginations can link us to a better world. Our visions of equality, the power of saying no to the bad and expecting good are weapons just as effective as guns. It can heal individual hearts. It holds this congregation together as we face this pandemic. No matter how dark the days, love will keep us together. Our closing hymn, All You Need Is Love. As we prepare to go forth and face this world, I offer you this reminder from John Lennon. Instant karma's gonna get you. It's gonna knock you off your feet. You better recognize your brothers and everyone you meet. Why in the world are we here? Surely not to live in pain and fear. Why on earth are you there? You're everywhere. Go and get your share. We all shine on, like the moon and the stars and the sun. Go in peace. Namaste. Hit it, Nick.